let us begin Arise 360 today with my guest on the show. So she goes by the name TheOdditty. And it's more than a name, it's more like a personality, you know, a whole brand. Now, it is an eclectic fashion and lifestyle platform that encourages body positivity, confidence, and self-empowerment while spreading positivity through fashion and lifestyle content. It was established in 2017, and the person behind that brand, Sofi, inspires many around her through her real-life experiences and authentic content that leaves her audience wanting more. Now, through this platform that she has, TheOdditty, Sofi has managed to empower many people around the world in order to both share her passion for spreading positivity, but also her story of growth. Well, joining us right now on Arise 360 to tell us some more about this story is Sofi, or should I call you TheOdditty? Which would you prefer?
Sofi works. Sofi works. Hi, I'm so excited to be here.
I'm super excited to have you as well. So let's begin with TheOdditty. Where does the name come from?
Okay, it's super simple and it's so weird, and I like to say it's so funny, but so I've always been called weird and different and odd, right? So there was one time I was really sad and my friend was like, "Why are you always so odd like this?" And I was like, I was sitting there looking for an Instagram and I was like, oh, the oddity is always something unique and different. And I always felt like I was always different. I was just something weird about me. And I was like, let me be extra and add an extra T to it. And that's how the oddity was born.
I love it. I absolutely do. So you're all about body positivity. You're all about positive energy, positive vibes. And I think, quite honestly, we don't have enough of that on social media, do we?
We don't. And especially, I think I started off even more so with my videos during quarantine, which was such a tough time for a lot of people around the world. And so it felt really freeing to be able to be that space where people can escape and just be like, okay, on this page, I can act up and I can enjoy myself and just let loose and have a good time.
So that's just what it is, you know, you just letting loose, having a good time.
I try to.
How hard is it to create these videos that you do?
Oh my God, it's fun. I would say that. It's fun work, but it is definitely intense. I think it's more so mentally exhausting than it is like physical, so like actually exert myself to do a lot of those things. But I enjoy creating, and a video could take me from 1 hour to maybe 3 hours to like fully execute. YouTube and other platforms a lot longer for sure, but Instagram videos are oftentimes fun, so I just do it.
Now you see, I find social media interesting and exhausting at the same time.
I know.
Just equal measure of fun and just exhaustion, pure exhaustion. Why? Because one, you have the people who love you.
Yes.
You have more people who hate you.
Yes.
And you have those who just literally cannot stand you. But guess what? They've never met you before.
No.
How do you deal with that? Like, I imagine, because for me, those comments, it gets to me sometimes. It does.
It's like a knife in your heart every time. You're like, oh, I didn't do. Yes,
how do you manage that? You know, because you have about 234,000 on Instagram, and then you also have Twitter, and you have YouTube. How do you put all that together? How do you manage the DMs, the comments, the hate, the trolling?
It's hard. I'm not gonna lie to you, especially with someone like me who's such a people pleaser. Oh my God, I love, and I think that's the main point of my page anyways, was to spread positivity. So imagine just shining your teeth online and people are angry. You're just angry at me because I'm smiling and just having a good time.
Yeah.
That to me was scary and terrifying, but then I had to realize no matter what I did, someone out there is not gonna like me. They're not gonna be able to stand me. So I might as well just do my thing and just, somewhere out there, someone loves me regardless. And I'm only doing what I do for that young 13, 14, 15 to whatever age Sofi who wanted acknowledgement, who wanted validation. And I just do it for that person instead. I don't think about anything else.
I love that. I really, really do. So let's talk about the fact that social media, like you said, you're doing this for 13, 14. Do you know, I don't know if it's just me, but at 13, my mom didn't let me use social media. It was like a huge problem. And to be honest with you, I kind of appreciate that because I don't know if I was mentally ready to deal with the pressures of Instagram.
Oh my God.
You know, and then again, Instagram wasn't such a big deal then.
Yep.
But in today's world, you have a lot of younger people, 9-year-olds,
everyone's on social
8-year-olds.
media. I have a 3-year-old who knows how to use their iPad.
Oh my goodness.
Like, what?
But do you think it's a safe space for that age?
I'm hoping my page is a safe space, right? Especially for young Black women. I've been told apparently that my page is very much intense in terms of like, I love to like, you know, I wear a bikini, I'm talking about Black bits. It's very much out there, but I think that's what I wish I had when I was younger. Because I think, especially as an African child, we don't talk about relationships and sex and bodies and, you know, beauty and all that. We never talk about it. You learn it in secondary school, or, you know, you learn it from an auntie.
And you learn it in a very coded way.
Well, exactly.
With special words.
Special words for special things and that.
Yeah.
And I wanted to take that stigma away, because I know how hard it was for me to learn these things, and I hated what I went through to learn them. I wish I just went on somewhere and someone just told me this is exactly it. In plain words that were easy for me to remember. So I think that is my goal for my page. So I'm able to like share that strength and that positivity with someone else. So I think that is why I'm trying to do that.
So how do we balance it up then? You know, how do we balance, okay, so we're trying to educate, but then we're also not trying to, what's the word now? Pollute the minds of these young individuals. So how do we find that perfect balance, especially for younger users on social media?
I think it's hard. I think a lot has to do with parents, of course, but a lot has to do with just the individual themselves. I think we don't put enough thought into what we're posting out there, and I try really hard to do that, but I also want to put a lot of strength in the people who are watching me. Like, young people are ridiculously smart. These kids are getting born nowadays, like, oh, I'm a kid too, but oh my God, they know so much. So I want to put a lot of trust that they also can decipher what's right from what's wrong, and they're giving that space to make those mistakes and also learn from those mistakes. I wish we had that, but you learn from that really quickly. So I will say that as like something I'm hoping we sort of get into, like put a lot of trust in the younger generation, because they're the future. So we might as well start putting the future in their hands from right now.
Okay, so what would you say is the quickest, the easiest way to get your followership through the roof?
Oh my God. It's hard.
How do you do it?
It's
like,
hard.
Do I need to post 10 times a week, or do I need to dance? I'm a terrible dancer.
Girl, there's something there. It just doesn't work out for me.
I would never do it.
I think it's hard, because a lot of people, I say this and I don't mean to sound not humble or anything, but when you've been viral a couple of times, I feel like I thought I had the blueprint to it, right? And then the most random videos go viral. Like, I have a video of me eating pounded yam and edikaikon in Abuja that has 9 million views on TikTok.
Look at that.
Just from randomly doing that. So I don't think there is a recipe for it, but I do say that every one of my videos that ever went viral, though I ever went far, were the most authentic ones. The ones I didn't put so much thought into it. The ones that just genuinely came from my heart. Like the bad bee with my black bits, I really genuinely felt very insecure about my body, and I shared that, and it blew up. Or when I talked about like being a woman, that blew up too, because it was something I dealt with. And so I think it's oftentimes hard to be authentic on social media, but I think the best way to blow up is to just be yourself.
Exactly. I wanted to talk about that body positivity a lot more, because I'm looking at your body and I do not know what the problem is, so I am curious. But we have to take a quick break on Arise 360. So we're going to take a quick break on the show right now. When we get back, we're going to talk about body positivity, because as you can see, with a body like this, people can still troll. Stay with us on Arise 360. We'll be right back. You're welcome back to the show. My name is Kachi Offie, and you are watching Arise 360. I've got the Oddity with me. Sophie's right here with me. Now, Sophie, I am seeing you. I'm looking at you. And I'm thinking, body positivity, body trolling, body shaming. Why? I mean, I don't understand. Explain it.
So it's actually a misnomer first for people to be like, oh, because you're skinny and you look good, because I do, like you don't get bullied about, you're insecure about your body, which isn't true. I think all around, women specifically are oftentimes targeted by their body. Whether it's the shape of your leg, is there something wrong? I will say like fat phobia is a huge thing, and we definitely need to address it. My body positivity started, I think, when I just started wearing bikinis, and a lot of folks are like questioning just the tiniest little things in my body. I would have like people screenshotting my thighs or my armpits or my head and like making comments about like, oh, she looks like all like that, but look at how dark this part is. Oh, black women are disgusting because blah, 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 blah. Oh, she needs to gain some more hip. Oh, she needs to have more bump. Oh, she has no breasts. Oh, look at her, like pimples, this and that. They will like pick you apart. And I remember trying to talk about it, and people are always like, you're so skinny, what are you talking about anyways, right? And I was like, yeah, that's true. But there are also certain things that every woman goes through that you just never want people to think, oh, what you're dealing with isn't the problem, because everyone goes through that. So I think my body positive message is oftentimes just love who you are at what stage you are. Like I think I'm hoping to launch a series that talks all about that and bring a lot of my friends who are from all different weight spectrums to just talk about the fact that like with your body, if you're thick, thin, slim, tall, short, whatever it is, you still look good exactly like you are. And if you're going to change anything about yourself, only doing it on your terms. So if today I'm like, I love my body, I'm gonna stick to it. If tomorrow I'm like, oh, I don't like my thighs and I wanna change it. I'm not doing it because society says thicker thighs save lives, or because society is doing X, Y, and Z.
You do it because
I'm doing it because I want to and I enjoy it, yeah.
And I like the fact that you mentioned it's not just about, the body type, it's also about the body features.
Exactly.
Like the pimples. I remember when I was in secondary school and my school uniform was like really, it was this skirt that was just annoyingly short. And then I've got hairy legs. And then there's this dude that would always be like, Sasquatch, Sasquatch. I kid you not. Every day, Sasquatch, Sasquatch. And I grew up with this idea that, I'm gonna take it all out. I'm gonna shave my legs, I'm gonna shave my legs. And then one day I'm just like, I've got such beautiful legs. So now I make it a point of duty to show them off.
That's what I tell people all the time.
I'm like, you know what? You're not gonna see it.
That's what I tell people all the time. Like, oh my God, I'm so shy. Sophie, I see that you always show your. I actually got a DM because I have spots on my legs, and I have several days where people are like, oh, how do you wear shorts? How do you wear skirts? Like, how do you feel comfortable? I said, my dear, sometimes I don't, but I just wear it because what would I do?
Yes.
Would I break the leg?
Thank you.
Like,
and especially not because you want me to. Because even if I'm going to let it, because you know what? I've been here, done that. I want to try a new
try
look.
something else. Like with my hair. The only reason I cut my hair is because I was like, you know what? There's a lot going on. I want to take it off. Oh, what's the think piece behind it? Oh, how long did you like your head shape? Did you shave your shit? I was like, no, I just cut it. No, it's like a whole thing.
Yeah.
So it's definitely just society projects all the insecurities on you.
They do that.
And I want young black girls to take all that and push it back and say, you know what? I don't care what you say. I still look good.
I look fabulous.
Always.
Let's talk about cancel culture because I feel like influencers are at the center. No, but for real though, because I feel Dave Chappelle, on a normal day, I would not even want to talk cancel culture because I would be scared. I'm like, okay, guys, let's just shy away. Yeah. But Dave Chappelle has stirred up this new fire that, okay, maybe I can talk about this, maybe I don't have to cower down to what everybody thinks. Because with what happened with Dave Chappelle, the situation around it, of course it was wrong, what DaBaby did, what he said about the LGBTQ community, no one in this world deserves hate for any reason, no matter your beliefs, your preferences, just love all around. But the idea that Dave Chappelle was supporting DaBaby and he was going to be canceled, I mean, I don't think he was necessarily supporting, but the point is he was about to be canceled, and he stood up to that idea that you're going to take my entire life's work away from me because you feel I said something that hurt your feelings. And it's just one community against the rest of the world.
Well, I think that's social media though, right? I think for a lot of people, and I get this a lot, where people are like, they made you, so they deserve to take everything you've done away. And I don't believe in that, okay? Because nobody made me. You supported me, you've helped me, you've brought me there. But as humans, we forget also that humans evolved, we changed. There are different things. Like when you mentioned Dave Chappelle, I think about Nella Rose, the UK YouTuber, who was canceled. And she lost her dad and mom around the same time too. And they still were breaking this woman down, talking about her dead parents and all this stuff. And they were like, you're gonna get canceled today because you had thoughts at 13, at 10 or 12. And so there's a certain entitlement that does come with social media followers who think like, oh, we deserve to bring you down. And I can't, that's not my cup of tea. I'll be honest, don't cancel me. But in many ways, those aren't your real supporters anyways. People who are trying to cancel you aren't your real supporters. They just want to bring you down. I think Dave is an exemplary case because Dave just be saying whatever Dave wants to say. And that's Dave doing Dave. But at the end of the day, I think cancel culture is absolutely ridiculous. And I just wish people would allow humans be humans.
I completely agree with you because the truth is, you're not perfect. I'm not.
I'm sure. One day.
Can we all just breathe a little?
And especially when you're put on a pedestal, people will expect you to just be perfect. And I know so many people who will be saying on Twitter fingers, oh, this, but you are doing the exact same thing I'm doing in your room. Or you're doing it with your friends in that group chat that y'all don't want me to see. You're in that group chat saying the exact same thing.
But because you're in the public eye, you expect it to be. But anyway, being in the public eye has its perks because you are about to get a major award. By the way, everyone has to vote for you.
They should.
Please, you have to vote. So East People's Choice Awards. Tell us about the category you were nominated in.
So I was nominated for the African Social Star for the People's Choice Awards E-News. And y'all, I don't understand why, but oh my God, that's so exciting.
Tell us about that though. How did you get the information?
Those people were so random too. They emailed me I think 3 months ago, and they said, "Hey, we would love to nominate you, and you've been this, and you have other nominees that you can't." So I didn't know who were the other nominees too. And it was so surreal to me to even be put in the same category as some of these incredible people. And I think
Falls is nominated in the same category.
Yeah. So Falls is, Boiti is, and some other incredible people all over Africa. And I was at What Elsa Majimbo won last year. So it's very prestigious for African influencers as well as artists and celebrities. So I'm definitely honored. You can vote for me, The Oddity, at votepca.com/AF. Don't scroll look at anybody's name. Just look at mine. Just look. You see the bald head there.
It's
very obvious. You'll find me.
You know what? Let me be more specific. If you go into the website and you go to your right, it's the third name down.
That's right, Jay.
I got it.
That's a real
The Oddity. Congratulations.
Thank
I am
you.
loving what you're doing with your platform.
Thank you.
Just keep doing it. Keep spreading the love and the positivity. We need so much more of that. All right?
I appreciate it. Thank you for having me.